Hi, it's Brittany from Empurrium. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to cut the Heidi from Swoon Patterns. I'm going to be making the large. So truthfully, I have not made this in a while, but I used to make them all the time. When I did custom orders, I sold a lot of them. There is a small and a large, and how I would make them is the small, I would add a little wristlet strap. The large, I add D-ring side connectors and a crossbody strap. So I'm gonna do the large. I'm using this opal duochrome vinyl from Mormino. Sorry, the cats get zoomies whenever I start. I'm using that as my accent vinyl. I have this really cute Pusheen cotton woven. I think the fabric company I got it from is called like Zombie something fabric. Rabbit. I can't. I'll try to find it and link it. I'm going to use Neon Pink Renew Canvas Solid because can't stop, won't stop as my lining. I love it. I've got some of my 1-inch Pastel Stars webbing, some zipper tape. I do need to grab 2 zipper pulls. But I have 2 1-inch snap hooks, a 1-inch slider, 2 1-inch D-rings, and a magnetic snap. Let me grab my project bin. And then for my interfacing, I'm going to be using Profuse from Wallbach. Okay, so for my webbing, I need 2 pieces as my little D-ring connectors. And I'm going to cut those 3 inches. And then I'm also going to cut enough for a crossbody strap. Oh, what am I doing? I cut mine to be about 54 inches. 55. It's up to you. Okay, and then we're done with the webbing. You could also make the D-ring connectors with vinyl, but it does get a little bit thicker, so I thought it would be nice to just do this. Our zipper tape, you're going to cut one a little bit longer than the pocket panel piece, and then I think the pattern has sizes, so just saying. And then one I'm gonna cut so that it goes around the curve of the flap plus a little bit. We'll cut that down, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay, so I've got my 2 zippers. So your pattern pieces is back panel A and B, and that makes up the back. You have your pocket panel, which you just cut from lining. You have the front panel, which is also a lining panel, and that has the placements for your magnetic snap. So you cut 1 exterior and 2 lining from this, and that's what lines the main part of your bag. Now there are fleece trim lines on the pattern pieces. If you had paper pattern pieces, you could print 2 and then cut away on 1. I am just going to interface it with woven interfacing on the whole piece, and then I also use like waterproof canvas, things like that. It gives it a little bit of structure. You know your machine. If you feel like you need to cut away your interfacing, please do that. I think I made it with the fleece one time, and I was like, oh, that's extra work. So I just don't do it. And they turn out just fine. We'll see. I might eat my words. And then you have the vinyl accent, which is this little cute funky shape, and we're going to cut 2 of those. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut those first. I do trace in this curve. Can't remember if this is one that the rotary cutter. Oh, I did it, but I had to be careful because I didn't want to destroy my blade. Okay. So there's one. And if you're doing like multiples or whatever, you can get creative with how you lay out this piece. Also, if you lay it so that you have this opening, you could cut your connectors from this part, which I have done many times. I will be cutting my zipper tabs there. Okay, so 2 of those done with this pattern piece. For my zipper tab, I guess I only need 1 zipper tab. So I do 1 zipper tab on one end and then I fold my zipper out of the way on the other end. I'm cutting this 1.25 by 1 inch. Okay, and then I've got a big old scrap there. All right, let's go ahead and cut our lining. So you need 2 of the front panel and 2 of the pocket panel for your lining. You can fold, like have it on the fold and cut 2 at the same time. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this front panel first. If you were using cotton woven as a lining, you would need to interface that. So there's those 2. Oh, not that piece. Make sure you're cutting the pocket panel piece and not the back panel bead because they are different. They look pretty similar, but they are different. And this lining panel is a rectangle, so you can use a quilting ruler if you have paper pattern pieces and you would rather do that. Okay, so that's it for your lining, which is pretty nice. When I used to make a lot of these too, I pretty much worked with cotton woven and vinyl accents only. Like I would never have printed vinyl. So I debated trying it in printed vinyl and I was like, just find a cute woven that's on my shelf. All right, done with that. So we are done with the pocket panel piece. Now we have the front panel, back panels A and B. You need one each of these in your exterior. And then we will also cut those from our interfacing. So you could fussy cut these so that when you have, so a zipper pocket goes here and you do have to fold these pieces in. If you wanted to be really fancy, you could fussy cut so that those pieces come together, but I'm not that fancy. I will cut them so that the print mostly stays together, but it will come in a little with that seam allowance. Okay. There's the bottom. So I'll just need that from my interfacing. And then we will line this one up to where I just cut. And make sure when you're cutting this back one, no, I did that wrong. As I'm telling you. These pieces, okay, these pieces go like this when they go together, but you want this one to go like this. And now I cut into that. Okay, I won't be able to keep it in the same spot, but that's okay. So this ends up folding down, and that's the front of your bag. So you want, if you want to fussy cut anything, goodness gracious. As I was doing it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna want, It's okay. I'm going to cut this away right here, and then maybe I'll find a use for that scrap. Maybe make a little for the love of change pouch and like feature. I could get a couple of those. We'll see. It's fine. Okay. Yes. So this piece, you want the curve down, and then this piece, which is your inside, it folds down like this, so you want everything to be right side up for when it's folded. All is well. It's gonna be okay. And if you really want to check too, you can take this accent piece and lay it down and get like an idea for where that's going to sit. And everything shows in a certain spot. You could do it on the back panel too. My template shifted on me. It's fine. Okay. There is the back. So that ends up folded in and then folds up. The magnets will go on this one. All right, so we'll need interfacing. All right, let's try this again. I need this up. No, I need it down. And where do I want these little cuties to sit? Right here. There are my 3 pieces. Another scrap to keep. And then you're done with your exterior. I keep my wovens on comic book boards, and I have a really, at this point, old video showing how I do that if you want to check that out. I think it's like 4 years old now, which is old considering I think it's been like 2 years-ish that I've been really trying on YouTube. Alright, that one's gonna show a little bit funny, but that's fine. Okay, and then we just need those 3 pieces we just cut. We need those out of some woven interfacing. And I'm gonna try to see where I can cut this from. Meh. Okay, there's one for this. Alright, I'm going to keep this template piece with my pieces because I will need it to mark my magnets after I interface. Okay, this one does not go here. There's the piece. Okay. Done with that piece. One more. And this back panel B does have a slight curve. So you do want to make sure that that goes on the bottom if you have directional fabric. Okay. I'll go over the pieces and then I'm going to interface it before I sew. Okay. We've got the template piece so we can mark our 2 accent pieces for the bottom. We have our 2 zippers. We have a zipper tab. We have our webbing for the crossbody and the connectors. We have the hardware we went over. 2 lining panels for the pocket. 2 main panels of lining. And then we have the back panel B and A that we're going to interface. Also, my interfacing is a little bit stiffer than like an SF101, so that does make a difference as well. And then we have our main panel with interfacing. So this gets folded down like this. And the way these get sewn together, you want the directionals because they fold down to be the front and the back. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, let The sewing video will be up right after this one, a couple days later. Hope you enjoy. It was a quick one to cut out. It'll only take me like 2 minutes to interface. It will take much longer to heat up the heat press. So if you haven't subscribed already, I would love if you did. I hope you have a great day. Bye.